All right, so this race here today is coming from the Summit Point Raceway. It's a 10-turn, 2-mile racetrack. So we're going down the front straightaway right now and heading into turn one. And our braking point is about right about where the three cones are here. Brake hard in a straight line, start fading off the brake, get back on the throttle hard. Let's talk about this car for a second. This is the iRacing Formula IR04, basically like a Formula 4 car, I think is what it's supposed to be. They've just made like a generic model of it. It's 160 horsepower. It weighs 1,250 pounds. Uh, so the Spec Ford race, which I like to race a lot, has about 150 horsepower, so very similar in horsepower. Um, I think this weighs maybe slightly less. And it's open wheel, and it has a front wing and a rear wing, so it has lots of downforce, and it has bigger tires, so it has more grip, a lot more grip, because of the tires and because of the wings. Uh, it has a lot more grips, meaning you can take high speed turns, uh, fast bends. You can take a lot more quickly, and slow bends. Uh, you you can spin the tires and you can slide the car through them. Um, that's the thing where you got to be a little more careful because you don't have as much downforce when you're going more slowly. The next turn that's interesting here is this one here. We brake somewhere around this little asphalt sticks out to the right, and we get on the brakes just for a split second, and then get back off the brake, sort of fade off of it as we're turning left here. I'll go slow motion here. Brake hard, right back off of it, turn through here, and try to use all the road. Back on the throttle hard, quickly here, and carry that speed all the way down this additional little straight here. You can come around this when the tires are warm. You can come here flat, and you're kind of sliding. You can see the rear end sort of stepping out right here. You can slide through here, and then as soon as you kind of straighten up the car, then you can get on the brake. Um, and you also want to trail brake into this turn to help the car rotate, to help the car turn the rear end. You want it to get it to kind of step out a little bit as you're getting the front pointed the right direction and going in here. We'll go slow motion here. Again, on the brake hard, 90% or so, and then back down. You're trailing off the brake slowly as you're turning in and starting to feed in throttle to help get the car turned for that turn to get us to rotate through there. And then a bit of the same thing through here, but to a lesser degree. And then through these turns, it's kind of sort of playing with the throttle, using the brake a little bit. Um, you can tell the car's kind of skittish, kind of sliding through here a bit, sliding a bit there. The sliding definitely slows you down um, a little, but you can do it. Again, you can see the rear end start to step out a little bit there. So to drive these cars is not actually that hard. They drive really well. To drive them fast and at the limit, you got to be right on the edge of control. So it's kind of fun because it's forgiving like that. Um,
Okay, Jay, 5 minutes to go.
so there's the start finish line right there. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the race. So we qualified, what's that, eighth, and we're going to start the race here. We'll switch cameras to uh, something a little wider. Here we go.
You've got 1 gallon left. Mendes has just retired.
I think those calls are kind of late or off or something. So I was really worried about surviving the first couple turns, first lap. Just trying to take it easy, keep it clean, not damage the car. It's really easy to get damage in an open wheel car. Your wheels are exposed. You don't want to bang wheels. Got two cars all over my butt there. The guy in front of me, I feel like could go a little faster. The sort of rule of thumb is watch out for people that are driving a Formula One paint scheme, especially if it's a Red Bull paint scheme. So the paint scheme in front of us is Ayrton Senna um, from his McLaren Honda days. The car behind us got a great run. Ooh, and then had a nasty wiggle onto the front straightaway. He lost a rear end, got into the gravel a little bit. We will go ahead and go on board for a second here. We have this kind of annoying halo thing over our head and right in front of us. It's to protect the driver. It's slightly annoying, but it doesn't really block your vision as much as you think it would.
Pick a side and shoot.
We did not get a good exit through there. Uh, well, let's look at that first. You see these guys are spinning, trying to figure out which way they went,
You
which way they're going
fucking
to go.
suck.
Uh, so you got to make your decisions really quickly because things happen really quickly. Okay, so we're coming in here and we missed the apex. Look how far we are to the right. We should be farther over here to the left. We should be left tires almost touching that curb, or they could be touching. So if we take a look at the rear chase view, let's go slow motion.
Pick
Watch
a
the car behind
side
us.
and shoot.
See, he's right up on that curb. That's where we should be. So we lost a bunch of ground. He made up what 3 car lengths right there, um, because we missed our apex. And then we're coming towards this, and we got to kind of lift off,
You fucking suck.
to avoid that thing. And luckily he wasn't so close that we were getting run over from behind when doing that. But lots of stuff going on. It happens really quick. Um, some people getting a little salty in their language.
Yeah. You just suck at driving. Yeah, but actually, I mean that.
Looks like that 4 car in front of us didn't get a great exit onto the straightaway. So we were drafting and then went ahead and pulled to the racing line because he's running defensive line. And then kind of switching lines back and forth there. So he's conveniently using up a lot of track. And he did it enough times that he was able to maintain the position. And you see those little puffs of smoke. He's locking up front tires under braking or on exit there. It's kind of an odd place to be holding the brake.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Stay focused. We're still in
But
this.
maybe he's holding it just a little, and that front tire kind of unweights as you go through a slow turn like that. Uh, Somebody's coming out of the pits up there. So this is going to be interesting. You got a car coming out of the pits, not quite up to speed, but close. And by the time we get to turn 1, he's going to be close. What's going to happen here? Little sketchy. And the car in front of us dives, makes a hero zero move between the lap car and the Red Bull car, locks it up and still makes it work. But now this Red Bull car is kind of
Line is catching. The gap's now
all over the
widening.
place, trying to look for a spot. Now let's pull the other car into that's behind us there. So now we all kind of got to have a little more give and take. Oh,
Get it again.
the yellow car went off.
I saw him fall out in front of you. Or like out of the pit.
Okay, Jay. Ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line.
No, I
Nail
mean,
those
he
exits.
fucking spun out in the same spot. Suck.
So these 2 guys chatting on the 2 cars right in front of us.
One of the guys that'll qualify on the fast lap, they can't race.
Red Bull car took a defensive line. This AlphaTauri car. Uh, um,
Wow, guys. Thanks, Jeremy.
so Um, the AlphaTauri car missed it. He was on the outside going into turn one because this Red Bull car is taking the inside line. So he's to the outside. We go ahead and we're running more of the typical racing line, get to the inside. We're definitely starting to pull up next to him here. And then as the track, sort of bends to the right, he decides just to keep moving right, even though there's a car to his inside. He would have heard on the radio, car to your inside, stay left, car on your right, something like that. You get told multiple times. Um, and you have mirrors, hopefully. So I think that's just a mistake on his part, or maybe he thought he could intimidate me into backing out of it again. But again, the last time through, kind of through the section, um, we lifted and switched lines a few times uh, as he was sort of blocking there, which I think was kind of legit. This one I don't think is legit. This one's just you can't turn in on a car next to you, and we're not even really in a turn. We're in like a bend on the straightaway. Uh, so that's just kind of crappy.
Wow, guys.
Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that.
Cage right side by side on straight.
So my car was damaged. I could still I could still drive it, but it wasn't right. You can see I'm kind of
Guys
fit.
do realize we're not real fucking race drivers out here. Give each other space. We're not racing for a real trophy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just, you got a car next to you, just turn into him.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. People just suck. Nobody has patience.
I had patience. Like, he blocked like 4 times previous lap. Like, I was patient. I found the spot. I went to take.
Engage the limiter. 300 feet. 100 feet.
Instant repair. So now we're back at it.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you.
So now we've lost a bunch of spots. We've lost a lot there. Let's see where we pop out at here. We're running 12th now. I think maybe we were like 4th or something earlier, and so that's unfortunate. We're on lap 6. Is a 15-minute race. Let's go ahead and skip a lap ahead. See if we can get something more interesting going on here.
Take you out for a beer or something.
Uh,
Too young to.
it was somebody's friend's birthday or something who was watching the race, so we were just chatting about other stuff.
And with that one driver.
Let's see. I don't think anything else happened here. It looks like nope. We're just goofing around. I think on the at the end of the race there. All right. So what happened here? Looks like we started 8th and we finished 8th after everything was said and done. So somehow we made it from 8th to 12th, or yeah, from 12th to 8th after that damage
Take you out for a beer or
stuff.
something.
So maybe
How too young to.
looks like we didn't catch anybody else the whole time.
Oh, happy birthday, Lucky. Fenders. Pretty awesome cars.
Just ignore him. He'll go away.
So no, it doesn't look like anything else really happened here.
Come on.
We were just running by ourselves after all that and just talking and chatting and goofing off. But that's that. It was fun up to that point.